As your Colonel-in-Chief, I and my wife are able to attend this evening's parade, during which two of Canada's finest reserve regiments, the Royal Regiment of Canada and the Toronto Scottish, have received their new colours. I know that, as always, you will guard and uphold the traditions and principles enshrined within these colours. And knowing that the Toronto Scottish is also Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother's own, and that this is my first opportunity to see the regiment since I've had the privilege of following in my grandmother's footsteps after her 63-year association with her regiment, I can only say that this is something that means an enormous amount to me. As we gather together to celebrate this special occasion, we remember generations past and the immense courage, service and sacrifice shown by your forebears over more than a century. Embroidered onto each of the colours that I have presented to you are names familiar to us all: Vimy, the Somme, Passchendaele, Dunkirk, the Rhineland, names which remind us of the horror and carnage of the First World War, the violence and bloodshed of the long and costly advance to defeat the Nazis, and of course, the extraordinary loyalty, bravery and resilience of Canadian soldiers who fought shoulder to shoulder with their Commonwealth brethren for crown and country many thousands of miles from their homes. Today, both of your regiments continue in the finest traditions of your predecessors. Only this time you have been deployed to other regions of the world, including the Golan Heights and Sudan, and of course, Afghanistan. I know that during the last 2 years, between your two regiments, you have provided 43 soldiers for operations in Afghanistan, who have worked in the most difficult and dangerous of environments in Helmand and Kandahar, often under the constant threat of direct and indirect attack. I can only begin to imagine how incredibly challenging and difficult it must be to operate in such austere, unfamiliar and hostile conditions. Miraculously, no one from your regiments has been killed.